Thursday night. Everyone was blissfully asleep. Reports had spread of a serial killer in the area, but he would only strike on Fridays, so there was no need to worry. The serial killer had been labeled the Monster, and his MO consisted of first sneaking into a house, drugging the victims, and then slowly killing them in their beds. The Monster always left behind a signature, a photograph of him in disguise, resembling a black hooded figure with a blank mask. Susan casually walked home from a party. She was dressed in a white suit and had her wavy red hair in a ponytail. She passed by a lit house and saw a couple sitting on the front porch and enjoying the stars. "They're so innocent," Susan said with a soft voice. The next night. "Make sure you lock up tight tonight, Ed," said Diane.
I locked every door, shut every window, and secured every bolt. We are safe tonight.
Ed got in bed and kissed his wife tonight. A few hours passed, not a sound was made. Ed and Diane were fast asleep. A high-pitched scream woke them both up. It was silenced as fast as it came.
What was that?
Ed asked in fear. "Ellie, go check her room," Diane yelled. Ed ran out of his room and darted down the hall. Before he could make it to his daughter's room, he froze in his tracks to see a dark figure step out of there. The figure had a pale white, faceless mask on and stared at Ed. Ed choked on his own scream and ran away as fast as he could. He didn't get far until he fell due to a piercing pain in his foot. He looked and saw that in his panic his bare foot had stepped on a knife that was planted for him. He grabbed the hilt, trying to take the knife out, ignoring the blood that slowly made a puddle. The Monster casually walked towards him, not making a sound in those rubber boots. The Monster put one hand over Ed's mouth, and Ed slowly felt his vision blur as he drifted into a deep sleep. Ed woke back up, covered in sweat. He looked around and saw that he was in his bathroom, naked, sitting on the toilet, his hands tied together under the bowl, and with a piece of barbed wire deep inside a cut in his stomach. He saw his wife in the bathtub, also naked, with her hands tied to the spout. A white string was attached to the hot water knob. Finally, there was his daughter, in her pajamas, standing on the sink. The white string was tied to a board behind her feet, while the barbed wire made a noose around her neck. It didn't take Ed long to figure it out. Turning on the hot water would drown and burn Diane. This would trip the string and make Ellie fall off the sink. Hanging her with the barbed wire and tearing out Ed's vitals, Ed struggled, trying to get free. However, the Monster returned. In the light, everyone got a good view of the disguise. Black boots, black pants, a black trench coat, a hood, white gloves, and a white mask, with 2 black sockets being the only facial features. They gasped in panic as the Monster observed them. The Monster walked to the tub, making them frantic. Not listening, the Monster sprung the trap. Walking away from the bathroom, Susan removed her mask. She had a disturbing smile, as if she were talking with an old friend, as if the moment in the bathroom didn't happen. She grabbed any evidence and put it in a bag. This is what they get for relying on those spare key hiding fake rocks. Susan was no beast, no ghost, no demon. Susan was only human, but her eyes, those lovely blue eyes, were the eyes of a complete monster.